Hello, good morning, or afternoon, or evening. I'm not sure where you're at. Um, but today is day 7 of Creep on June. And so what I have here is the bases that I printed out for today. Looks like we have a tag base and a possible pocket base to get creative with. So come and take a look and let's see what we created. So of course I forgot to record most of what I was doing. So here we are just going to go to the finished product. The poem pieces for today read, "From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, bottomless vales and boundless floods and chasms and caves and titan woods." Now this first part is from his poem Alone, which in Alone, he uses a lot of color imagery just to, well, I'm not really sure what his reason was for it. But as with a lot of his things, he associates a lot of nature with it. So Red Cliff of the mountain in Alone is kind of showing the distance, like he's here and can see the mountain in the distance, and shows the loneliness that's kind of in between that. And then the bottom part is from his poem called Dreamland. And in that, you have this like traveler, wanderer guy. He ends up in this alternate world that is kind of filled with ghouls and ghosts and things that are kind of haunting. And also in this world, things are different than the world that he came from. So you have things like chasms and caves and titan woods, huge woods, and like seas with no surf and things like that. So it's a pretty interesting poem actually. But here we go. If you turn this over, I was inspired with a couple of these ideas in here from a couple of journals that I purchased from some amazing creators. Sarah Lee, she is the one who did this with the pages, and I loved it. And then Magnolia Fairy Tale does a lot of these pull down pockets. So I pulled these ideas out of my personal journals I got from them, and I've been wanting to try them for a while. So it was a perfect opportunity for me to do that. So this will become a page that will attach to a page in a journal and be a flip out attached with probably fabric tabs like Sarah did. And anyway, so on the front here, I did this fountain, which is just kind of showing a lonely woods with this like single fountain there. So Alone, I put that there. And then here is just the pull out tab that I will probably add something pretty simple to, because I didn't gusset this pocket. So it just needs to come in and out pretty simply. Anyway, I loved it. I did some layering here, some sewing and things like that, some inking. This is just a few pages put together, hole punched with this seam binding wound through it. And on the back, I added this, it reminded me of the cave. So here it says chasms and caves. So it reminded me of a cave. It was already in the kit like this with the frame. So I added some glossy accents. You can see there that they're kind of making the picture look like it's kind of old. And then I put the time clock here because I thought time is such a way to determine how long of a gap you have between things. So loneliness, one of the things that contributes to loneliness, I think, is time away from people, time away from maybe just your home or whatever. So I put the clock there as well. And then I have some pieces left over of this background. So I have room to embellish this and do a little bit more to it when I get it into a journal, but this is what I've got for right now. So happy day 7 of Creep on June, and I will see you tomorrow.